Atlanta Streetwear Market is a vibrant gathering that brings together thousands of creators, independent brands, and consumers in one dynamic location, emphasizing the collision of community, culture, and creativity. The market fosters interactions among participants and the shared love of streetwear. Here to guide you through Chris's incredible journey is our amazing board member, Janice Smith. Janice is the EVP, Chief Inclusion Officer, public speaker, and founder of First Not Only Network, an organization designed to provide access and opportunities for women of color at various levels and primarily advertising, marketing, and public relations and communications, but now open to others by popular demand. Have a good time, and I'll leave it to Janice.
So I would like to hear your words. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about Atlanta Streetwear Market and where the idea came from.
So I would say Atlanta Streetwear Market really started from a place of necessity. So I graduated from college in 2016 with Georgia State. And at the time, I was figuring out like what's my next step. I always been heading into like clothing, aesthetic, streetwear, business, the whole 9 yards. So actually further than that, so 2014 actually, I started making clothes while I was in college. I hit that point where I needed to make a transition, graduated. It was a rough year, 2016, just out on the whim, trying to figure stuff out. 2017 rolled around, and pretty comfortable with the time of my friends, so someone sitting in the front row, someone like mom, and then a good friend of mine and dad. I kind of hit them and a couple of others with just the concept of, I couldn't find an answer. I was just like, let's just start something. And then from there, I let people come, so I was like, I didn't put a name to it.
So compare that from then to now. What would you say is its difference aside from growth? Because I've seen it as growth tremendously.
Yeah, it's like 90 days. 90 days, I understand. We started like a small antique shop, so as 2017 now, it's to like a full-blown expo center, all from like maybe a couple hundred people coming in, being grateful for like, oh, that's amazing. To thousands and thousands of people. It's really a start type of thing. Like in my own opinion, I will get there, but it's one of those things where you finally start doing it, and it's kind of like a little cognitive distance. Hold on, I'm bring up to, see what's going on. You just bring up it's like, oh, okay, we got this weekend. We got X and thousands of guests coming. It's kind of like.
What is the relationship or the reason that you landed on the term streetwear, knowing that it can be, depending on who calls it what, depending on who wears it, that's kind of where all that came from. Talk to me about your idea, your decision to land on streetwear specifically.
So I wasn't even aware that, streetwear even had a connotation.
Yeah.
To me, it was just like, okay, that's a category. We just rap it. There's really no rules to it. So something that maybe you like or may not like, a whole other group, fully gravitates to it. And one thing I learned is just, as the years go by, is not be stuck towards just my taste, but try to see other people's vision, point of view, even if I don't like it. So just seeing like what the consensus is for different types of groups, seeing that, being more open to it, and then just really encouraging people to, put their best foot forward, however that moves.
What are the prerequisites? People do want to be part of it, join the community. What do they need to do?
I feel like we have like a clothing boom, especially like social media, just blowing everything up. So now it's like people you wouldn't even expect how to brand out. But the big thing like we look for is just like authenticity, but also just an effort to really just form your own style. I mean, that takes time too, because you start from scratch, you're going from idea to how you personify it. That takes work. That's not easy, but just people that's put an effort forward. But most importantly, just people making cool stuff that other people like, and they just put that together and then
I run a platform called Soul and Field. It's a media company. I'm curious to know what you think about other fashion scenes in other places, things you admire about them, and something wish you could like bring back home.
We all that's definitely, That's a new shoe. Just because it just runs so deep over there. I don't know, like, we got nothing about here. They have that on steroids. It's like everything goes through there just as a default. I feel like, because I go there a lot, but just even seeing, like, just things like on ground level, they're super in each other. It's very artistic, sure.